The ACE Mentor Program's mission is to engage, excite, and enlighten high school students about career opportunities in the field of architecture, construction, and engineering. And we have been doing this for 6 years here locally in Northeast Florida, in Jacksonville, and in Clay County. And we are currently mentoring at 3 schools. We are at A. Philip Randolph, Inglewood High School, and Orange Park High School. We have a 16-week curriculum where we have mentors who are professionals in our industries. They are architects, they are engineers, they are construction managers, and they are split amongst 3 teams at each of the schools. And at each school, the students, the high school students that participate, are divided up into teams. And each week, they learn about a different profession in the industry, and they must develop an architectural site plan, an elevation, different engineering disciplines. They can either choose to do a lighting plan or a mechanical plan or a structural plan. And at the end of the 16 weeks, we go to the University of North Florida, and the students in their team, and as an exhibit of teamwork, they present their project, and they present their project to other students, to parents, to their teachers, and to our architectural and construction community at large. We have professionals who come and judge each of the presentations, and then we later have a scholarship luncheon where the seniors in the program, based on a scholarship application, are awarded funds to continue in college and study in one of the architectural, engineering, or construction professions. I'm very proud to talk about our success stories, and we've got a gentleman, Marcelin Etienne, who is one of our great graduates here. He participated in the program at A. Philip Randolph for several years, and he is now a senior at the University of North Florida. For the last 3 years, he has come back and given back to his alma mater and mentored with us along with other professionals.
What I gained from ACE was they were kind of like a backbone for me. When I was in 11th grade going to my senior year, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do after. I knew I wanted to get an education, continue my education, but I didn't know who to talk to, who to network with, and ACE kind of kept me motivated, and I went to all the meetings they had, and I wanted to do something with myself. I didn't know exactly what I was gonna do, but I believe that they kept me more focused in school. They kept me more focused about what I wanted to do with my life and my future and goals I had. I started with ACE when I was in the 11th grade because I heard it from my drafting teacher, and I became very interested because I love architecture. I like drawing. Ever since I was young, I was always interested in building stuff. And I went to their first meeting, and I stayed for a few more meetings, and I became very interested in the program. As the program continued, I became more interested because the professionals were very involved with the students, and I learned some skills that I didn't have. I never really thought I'd be here right now. Like, doing this every year is something different. Every year I feel like it's an accomplishment, and this is the main reason I'm always motivated to stay, and I always want to go back to ACE and give back what I learned in my experience and share it with the kids and motivate the kids to stay in school. It's worth staying in ACE because now I'm involved in so many things. I'm involved in ACE, USGBC, and the clubs at the university. It's kind of all overwhelming, but I'm kind of glad I was able to meet all these professionals that really care about us making it through high school and also going to college.